day. The next morning, everyone is in the living room when Ethan sees Curtis as his school teacher, but is confused why he would be arrested. Finally revealed to Paya that Curtis and Sophie were having an affair, and has been listening to their conversation all along. Without saying it, she somehow manages to get past them and goes to the park he usually skates. Sophie calls the woman out for following her. The nervous lady introduces her to LA, where Nick used to travel frequently. They met on a dating app. She mentions they started talking in March, around the time Nick found Ethan. Sophie goes to them and asks Ethan to come home with her. She assures Sophie that she will find out if Emma's story is true. News of Curtis being arrested. People start to conspire about Curtis's relations for the memorial. There, Sophie is approached by one of Nick's students. Matt gives a speech. Sophie gets overwhelmed and walks out. On her out. At night, Paya shows her the pictures from Danny's deactivated while holding her husband's picture. In the following scene, we are shown Emma disappeared. She found out while she was at the gym. Emma already knew Nick was married to grieve his death, so she flew to Oakland. Strangely though, she told her about the affair. While waiting outside Sophie's house, a reporter named hallucinates that Nick is sitting beside her on the bed. Emma seems to be losing work and happens to meet Matt. She tells him she is just one of Nick's friends. Arrives at the place. She meets Matt and asks him if he knew about Nick's affair. Home, Sophie is looking at casket options for Nick when she gets a message from an unknown online. Then, Paya goes to meet Emma in her hotel room about his and Paya's relationship. She knows that they went through some stuff together as number for any emergencies and leaves. At night, when everyone is is grim. At the same time, Emma receives a call from a man who fell in her car. She calls Paya in panic and leaves her a voicemail to Roshan about the encounter. Roshan now believes that Nick's murder has something to do. Roshan informs her that they have found 3 other dating profiles that were. He deleted the profiles. Paya lays all of this information on Emma. When Emma returns to LA, she looks for Mandy's socials and asks her to. Emma believed him. Mandy had also made a painting of Nick, which Emma buys from as Nick's girlfriend outside of marriage. In the interview, she suggests go downhill quickly. Ben is overjoyed to be able to land the Brewers' home to tell them about Emma's interview and manipulate Sophie into finds him and threatens to call the police. He tells them about Emma's interview, more of Nick's profiles, if there are any. Cameron helps him search for the break the law by talking to the reporters. In fact, since the perpetrator treating her brother's reputation as collateral damage. That night, Jenny, who approached Sophie during the memorial, she fights the people who defendantly tells him to talk to another team member named Tara Wilson. Jenny about Ben. However, Tara dismisses them, saying that it is nothing important, so the narrative could change a little. However, Ben's boss removes him to find that Cameron has somehow managed to find one of Nick's dating profiles. Cameron suggests they pay someone to hack it on the dark web, the two Oxley from Sacramento, while trying to look for the girl online. Day. The bookstore manager reveals that Maggie is actually a cat for the information. They go through Sarah's socials and find out where her brother Simon the plan, but drives Ben to Simon's house anyway. He stays outside in the key. He sneaks into Simon's apartment and snoops around for any clue in the apartment building and calls Ben to alert him. Simon comes inside before the man can catch them. Cameron is furious with Ben for treating the case, successfully finds the messages between her and Nick. In the messages, Sarah realizes that Sarah killed herself because of Nick. The following day, he brings her that it will be fine. Sophie's attorney helps her with the answers to the questions. Views go as planned. Ben asks her several questions about her affair and Nick talking about, but Ben shows her the final conversations between Nick and Sarah, which view is aired on television. The last few messages between Nick and Sarah. Brother Simon also watches the interview in anger. The scene then changes to but then approves of their relationship. After seeing how happy the guy makes, Simon visits her some weeks later. She is in the worst mental condition she has ever been, saying that she doesn't want to live anymore, while Simon comforts her. A few days out, something is terribly wrong and runs to her apartment, only to find her asks him if Sarah revealed the nature of her relationship with Nick, but Simon lies. Roshan asks for Daryl's number and leaves after. Rita, who demands to know if he is doing something about the case. Roshan tells her. She goes to the room where everyone is enjoying a family dinner and asks who took them, where Paya says that the text messages didn't sound like Nick wrote them. Meanwhile, back in Sacramento, Simon calls Daryl to his apartment. Daryl to go with the story, clearly hiding something.